All right. Camera's working this time. And we are back in the Faroe Islands. We are top of the league now following the last stream. Way on top of the league, it looks like. Goal difference at 24 already through only 8 games. We have had a loss, which is a little bit surprising and definitely disappointing. But at least we are, like I said, still at the top of the league. Some of our competitors, honestly, they haven't done well. HB, Vikingur Gotha, they should be a little disappointed with how their season's going so far, I would say. But that is fine with me. We do actually have a big game coming up against B36 Torshavn. They're probably one of the, or they are one of the better teams in this league. So hopefully we can get a result like we did against Vikingur Gotha and stay atop of the league. We should also, hopefully, if I can go to it. Champions. We should hopefully get to June 15th. We'll see if we can actually get there and then find out who we will be playing in the Champions League. Sunny Natastad did not want to come. But that's okay. We move on. So there's not much that I really need to do at this point. We don't have a lot of finances. I've already gone way over what I should have. So the team that knocked us out of the Nordic Leagues Cup is out to FC Honka of Finland. They are in the Veikkausliiga, which is the top league, I believe. Are they? Is it the top league? Yes. Still unfortunate that we got knocked out so early, because honestly, I think it's a disappointment. We should have done a lot better. So, in our recruitment meeting, do we have anybody with a contract expiring that we want to keep? Maybe John Johansson. I'm mainly looking at potential. Katsi's probably someone that we're going to want to re-sign, but we'll... In fact, it might be worth doing that already right now, depending on how much he wants. He is not interested. Is that true? My client is willing to entertain the idea of extending terms in general, but does not want to consider renewal. He knows that we are in financial difficulty, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and decline going to the rest of that meeting and move on. So we really need to qualify. It's getting bad. I'm part of the problem, but at the same time, some of these players were on too much to start with anyway, so this is going to be hard. 3 teams lead the Faroe Islands national team production. Klaksvík is one of those teams. We have produced Johannes Bjartli and Andreasen and Danielson still play for the team. Alright, moving into the game. We are away from home, which is a bit concerning. I'm gonna start Klickstart in front. He's a bit more of a man in the middle that can head the ball as compared to Gusaias. I am also going to put Nyangadu on the left. He had a poor game last stream. But that's okay. We are going to go ahead and get into the match. They're playing in a 4-2-3-1. We're kind of matching them. I know that I'm technically in a 4-4-1-1, but it's basically the same thing. Hopefully we can get a result here. It would be huge. And we would really be comfortable. Not that we aren't comfortable already. But this would make that comfort level rise even more. We have an early corner. We'll have to see if we can serve well. Andreasen should be here. Hopefully he can be on it. He comes close. Not quite. And that's a pretty poor decision from Kronberg. Andreasen is driving forward with the ball now. Switches it out to Nyangadu. We're trying to get it to the opposite side. It's going to end up getting to Frederiksberg. Honestly, not great play there. Sar plays it in. Cassie able to connect with it, but Lamhauj is able to save decently well. Andreasen, that is a smart play to Nyangadu, and that is a great save. Definitely unrealistic because he wouldn't have gone that way, but what a reaction. And we are putting the pressure on them so far. Vester has technically gone ahead of us in the lead, but we do have 2 games in hand. Plus, you have to consider that this game isn't finished yet, and it's looking good. Nyangadu on the left side, driving it in. Will he get a shot with his right? I think it was a decent shot, but it's a good save. Their keeper's done well so far. Sorry there, not able to connect. Cassie's on it. Frederiksberg, drive it across, no, cleared. We should be able to get a goal here in the first half with the way this game's going. Andreasen picks up the ball, slides it forward to Kletsgaard. He's able to keep it somehow. Nyankadu's in. No. Aye. It's not a bad try. I kind of miss what happened there, if I'm honest. Agnarsson's driving down. Hopefully this won't result in a goal off their first chance. It could. Okay, good clearance. I say clearance. It's really out for a corner. Da Silva still. Nyangadu's here. Can he play the ball inside? He does. To no one. It's still all Klaksvík right now. We just can't seem to get the final ball where it needs to go. This might be the difference here, and it hits the post. Still, we're going to continue to keep the pressure on. Kronberg on the right. Can we get a ball in? We need to have a decent ball in if we're going to score. Altu da Silva. Oh, Mad, what's up? Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm in my Faroe Islands custom database playing as Klaksvík. Oh, and I think we just scored. He looked like he might be offsides, but the assistant hasn't given it. So finally we've broken through. I say finally, it's only been 17 minutes. I'm good, man. I'm having fun just playing. I finally figured out how to multi-stream, which is great. So now I'm streaming on both platforms, which I feel like I was a little bit in a... I didn't know which one to do, and so that solves my problems. So I'm feeling confident about that, excited about that. Life-wise, I go back to work tomorrow, but only for 2 days. And then we have a Thanksgiving holiday, which is nice. How are you doing? We should be able to get another goal in this first half, I would hope. We are top of the league as well. We definitely have the strongest team. Did you do any editing today? I've actually, so I remember I talked a little bit on your last stream about how I figured out promotion relegation. I created an entire worldwide database, had everything figured it out, loaded up the database, and it was broken. I was heartbroken. But it's okay, I figured out the problem, and it has to do with the unique IDs since I was combining multiple databases. So I do have to restart, but that's better than not being able to do the database. How has your editing gone? I'm sure it's been fine because you're good at it. Me, on the other hand, I feel like sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm excited. It should be good. It's gonna have 4 continents playable with a FIFA Champions League to top it off. And that's what was broken, was the FIFA Champions League. I could not get it to work. But I tested a different style of doing it in the database, and it was able to load. It was able to load at least the American and European combination, so I should be able to carry that over and have all 4. So I'm excited. It should be a good database once I finally finish it. Speaking of databases, I cannot wait for yours. I'm still torn on who I want to be, but I'm definitely gonna stream either Manchester United or Arsenal. I'm not sure yet. I'm leaning towards Arsenal just because they haven't won a Champions League before. Alright, so far so good for this game. We're up 2-0. We honestly, in my opinion, should probably be doing a bit better. Yeah, our XG, we've been a little ineffective in front of goal. Eddie Johnson, yeah, that's awesome. I follow him. He is a youth coach, and he runs his own academy now, and I like to follow his account because his players are extremely technical. Like, that's one thing he focuses on. That's a lot different than some of the other coaches are around. Yeah, so if you can find him on Instagram, you can see some of the training sessions he does with his kids, and it's pretty awesome. Was Eddie Pope playing at that time? I don't know if you'll recognize the name. I was able to meet Eddie Pope while I was working for the university here. But he was that's the biggest national team player I've ever met. I can't remember exactly when he played. I think it's before the database, to be fair, so I don't think he'll be in it. He was at Salt Lake. Okay, cool. He was awesome. He was pretty good friends with the coach that I worked with, so he came in and he met with the team, so I got to meet him. because he actually played. He played at UNC Chapel Hill, which is a Division I university, and I coached at I was an assistant at a Division I school that we played UNC quite often. What's up, Llama? Yes, I am trying it out again. I decided to not worry about not being able to really have a set schedule and just do it for fun anyway. Plus, multi-streaming makes it a lot easier. I feel like I had some paralysis trying to pick which one. Glad you guys could join today. Whoa, we almost go 3-0 up. So, Llama, this was the Faroe Islands database that I created. And I'll go ahead, if I can get out of here, I'll show you guys the interesting part, in my opinion, which unfortunately I was already knocked out of it, was the Nordic Leagues Cup, which is basically our big Scandinavian Champions League. Yeah, it took me like 2 weeks to figure out how to do it, Llama. And the problem, I think, was just trying to do it from YouTube to Twitch instead of vice versa. But I was able to figure it out. But yeah, we have this big knockout cup. And prize money wise, I put it in kind of to help prize money wise, hoping I would go further. I did not. I unfortunately lost on penalties after statistically dominating a game, but it doesn't matter if you statistically dominate if you still draw and lose on penalties. So I probably shouldn't have demanded more. They never seem to like that in this version of the game, but I still gravitate to doing that. I should probably make some subs at this point too. They're pretty tired. Belden's gonna come on. Gusaias is gonna play behind Klaksvík. And I'm gonna leave Pavlovic on, even though he's on a red or a yellow. I will trust him to not get a red. August is doing well. He is. It's kind of crazy. It's already been 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, which is wild. I go back to work tomorrow, so I'm a little bit sad about that. But the good news is Thanksgiving is this week, so I'll be off. I go to work Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm back off for the rest of the week, which will be nice. But yeah, it's been awesome. Honestly, it's been great. I now understand what everybody means whenever they say there's nothing like it. Yeah, I can. It's honestly, I'll have to find the video because there's a guy who makes streaming videos, and I just followed his video step by step, and it was quite easy. The problem I was having was I was trying to go from YouTube to Twitch, and for whatever reason the YouTube wouldn't go to it, but I tried from Twitch and then added YouTube as what you're streaming to, and it works just fine. So if you do try it, I would suggest Twitch being your main stream, and then the outward option, I don't know what to call it, I'm not that technical, being YouTube. We should be able to coast to a win here. The team's actually really good for the nation. You've probably seen this team, if I've seen them, because I got the idea to do this save from Zealand's video with them. Does it save the? Yes, it does save. So multi-streaming basically. It does save both. So technically, I'm live on both right now. So it saves both, just like you're live on either one. There are a few rules. You're not allowed to have your chat from both displayed, apparently. And you're not allowed to direct people from one to the other, so I couldn't tell you to go to YouTube from here, if that makes sense. Specifically for streaming. I can link my YouTube and be like, go subscribe, but I can't say like, go watch me here instead. But other than that, everything's the same. But yeah, that was I was in a bit of paralysis without just trying to decide which one to stream on, because Twitch is better for like streaming, because people get on Twitch to watch people stream. But then I also like the benefit of getting potential watch time on YouTube. So being able to do both was fantastic. That's actually a really big win, considering that's one of the teams that we will be... that should be competing for the top of the table. It's been a bit of a surprise in terms of which clubs are doing well. I actually had a player from the Faroe Islands in last night, which was pretty cool. I tried to sign him, but he wouldn't come. But he was telling me how usually it should be Havnar Boltfalag, Vikingur Gotha, and Torshav, B36 Torshaven are usually the teams competing with Klaksvík. But Vester and Skala are both, they do have extra games played, but they're doing quite well. Vester actually gave us our only loss of the season. We let 3 goals in 20 minutes, which was pretty awful. We tried to get back in, and we did all right. Yeah. Took you 3 years? Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, I had a paralysis with content creating in general because I started getting into it in 2020, got overwhelmed, and quit until now. Or, well, until... I guess it's actually almost been a year since I restarted. I really wish that I had stuck with it. Because I'd probably already be monetized, but... at the end of the day, I'm glad I've gotten back into it. I've had a lot more fun the second time around. Just honestly, I was so worried the first time for no reason. And just like, just remember you're having fun, and it's as simple as that. I didn't even notice that this guy wanted to talk. So Galaskin. I have no money, so I have been basically having to tell everybody that I have no money and I'm not going to offer you a contract. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. A lot of it's my fault, as you can tell. But I've improved the team, which will be important for... it'll be important for when we get into Champions League games, which should be... I don't actually know when the qualifying rounds get drawn. It doesn't even show the Champions League on my competitions as of yet, because the rest of the game technically hasn't started yet, since I'm still in the spring. So I should be able to find out June 15th. So I might be able to figure out on stream. Or, did I say that right? Yeah. I might be able to get there on stream, we'll see. We do have a few games. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I may get to it, I may not. Kind of depends on if mom needs help or not. Yes, I think that's true. And honestly, I'm at the point where, like, I think I would want to do this even if I never got monetized, whereas when I started in 2020, I was like, I'm going to get monetized, I'm going to be a content creator forever. That's what I want to do. I don't know if I'd ever want to be a content creator full-time, if I'm honest, at this point. Not that I don't enjoy what I do, but, or I wouldn't enjoy doing it full-time, but I'd be scared of the up and down financially. Hopefully we can get a good win against Stramir. They shouldn't be... I usually like to check where they're supposed to come before I start. I forget. They're actually predicted to come in 7th, so this could be a harder game depending on the system they play. They are in a 5-3-2, which honestly, I haven't really struggled against that system as of yet. I am excited though, because even though I don't really care as much if I get monetized or not this time around, it looks like I'm getting close to 1,000. I'm not getting super close to monetization. We do have a penalty here. I'll have to get a lot more watch time before that. Ooh, good finish. That was a good penalty from our center back. And we are up 1-0 early. They're going to try and get back into this, but... Oh, that was a good chance for them. Luckily, we're usually pretty good at not allowing a lot of chances. But this game seems pretty even. We're not able to break them down often. But they're also not really winning the ball off of us a lot, it seems like. So yeah, we're playing in their half, for sure. I'm so tempted to turn one of my center backs into a libero just for the heck of it. Oh, Nyangadu. Nyangadu is one of the players I brought in. In some games, he goes off and scores hat tricks. In other games, he can't score to save his life. Yeah, I agree. Just, it's funny, I haven't really, like, hit the jackpot or whatever you would say from content. It's just, I've noticed it slowly, like, gets noticed more and more every week that I decide to release something. There are a couple divots and a couple ones where it's higher, but just that I can look at my year and it's just a line up. Which is getting exciting because it's getting to the point where it's kind of curving upward, which is exciting. But yeah, just enjoying it. And I can actually enjoy FM just from streaming. A lot of times I was so focused on making videos I forgot to enjoy the video game. It's a good ball from Mikkelsen for Gusaias. That makes sense, to be honest. And yeah, everybody has limited time in their day. So once you pick out I'm the same way. Once you have your content creators that you like to watch, sometimes it's hard to you might want to discover more people, but some people literally don't have time. I mean, if you want to keep up with some of the Let's Play series, that's 20 minutes of your day. Yeah, definitely. I'm just glad I've gone in with a different mindset because I'm enjoying the, I've had a blast just playing again. Just going in with a different mindset. I'm still obviously trying to create like the best stuff I can, but I'm just not putting so much care on the analytics. That was a good save from Pedersen. I brought in a keeper on loan and the keeper broke his arm. But Pedersen's come up big, except for the game that he came back on though was not good. De Silva's pretty tired. I was thinking about subbing him. I think I am going to wait for halftime and then get him off. I know that's one thing I struggle with, honestly, creator-wise, is I I want to follow every single series, but I just don't have time. Now, especially that I want to do my own stuff. It's like even less time. I'm excited for your Let's Play, by the way. That is definitely one that I will be watching from the beginning till the end. Oh, 2-1. Yeah, I think in my own experience, one of the reasons, and this is the problem and probably why people put pressure on themselves, is at the time, I was like, I really, really need to do well at this otherwise, because I want it to be like my full time. And I'm not going to be happy with my life until I get to do this full time. And then, like, looking back, that's so silly. Like, first of all, because it's hard. And I wasn't going to get there. I did it for like 3 months. It's like 3 months. That's ridiculous. Like, why would I think that? So that's the problem, is I was trying to do it. And even though I might have said it was for fun, I was like, I want to do this every day, you know? I don't want to work anymore. At my other job. This time around, I'm like, I am just looking at it like for fun. So I think that's why people put pressure on themselves, is they expect something from it. Or demand that they get to the point where they should be getting something from it. I thought that might have been a penalty here. This is a close match. It's funny how some of the bigger teams we seem to do fine against and coast against. But I am having issues with this system. Breaking it down, at least, it seems. Mikkelsen's at the far post, not able to get there. Freuza, it's a good shot. Yes, so, yeah. So I think that's where the pressure comes in, is if they've set, like, a... I don't even know if this is the right way of saying it, but basically set, like, a mental deadline of, like, in a year, I'm going to be a full-time content creator. And then it's not... If it's not going well at that point, and you work really hard on something, it doesn't work out, it can be deflating. Yeah, that's huge. That's honestly what I would love. I would love to, if I do get monetized, basically, I've talked to my wife about it. We don't want to rely on income from this. I don't think ever. Maybe unless things somehow drastically change, which I don't think they will. But basically, any money I get for it is just saved for fun. Like, we just get to have fun with it. And that means all the rest of the money we get. Of course, we can use some of the money from other jobs for fun. But, it just opens up some flexibility with if we want to invest in something else or whatever we want to do. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, exactly. That's the goal. I don't want to have to potentially rely on streaming to pay for the house. That's just, I don't know. The idea of that, I'm sure the bigger creators are doing just fine, but the idea stresses me out. And that's probably just me being ignorant and not really understanding how it all works. But just keeping it for fun, and then if I get any bonus from it, it's also for fun. It makes me excited. We're probably going to need to get Cassie out. We're going to put Klaksvík on and switch him with the Gusias. Nyangadu hasn't had a good game. I'm going to put Fredericksburg in on that side and switch him with Mickelson. We've dominated this game, statistically. Where's that? But they're still in it. I probably should have watched that just to make sure we didn't get scored on. Not that it makes a difference. We guys were looking just fine. And that's the thing about playing a defensive setup team. We might be dominating statistically, but it does not matter. We're still back to 1 goal. We should be. I might just go conservative. It seems like they've kind of have the upper hand for the most recent part of the game. This is not comforting. Do not let them get a shot. Don't foul. Oh, okay. I thought that might be a penalty. I'm not going to set time wasting. Come on, score, score, score. Good save from Davidson. Andreasen, I'm going to call him off and put on Sar. Sar should be able to help. Pavlovich is going to come on for foreign. If I may ask, Lama, I think I missed your last stream, but have you told everyone what the Let's Play is gonna be? I saw the announcement, but I can't remember if you included. Is it a journeyman? I'll just let people. Okay. Cool. I'm excited to find out. Luckily, we were able to get the goal to officially win the match. How did the last stream go? Did you do well? I know that's a hard save. Oh yeah, that's fair. I remember you were saying there was a series you wanted to do where you had some negative responses, which is crazy to me. I actually, funnily enough, I actually had a thought about this because I'm making the European Super League again. Actually, I'm making the World Super League again. That you covered last year on the manager seat. This time I have it set up differently, so it actually works a lot better. I was talking to Mad about it a bit earlier. But anyway, I've noticed that the Russian teams are still in the game. And I have them in the database because they're there. I don't know. I don't know if I should take them out or not. Because in my eyes, it's a video game and it's not happening, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want people to be upset about Russian teams being in it. Yeah. I want it to have the best teams. Like, it's a Super League. I want it to have the best teams in the league, as high as they can be. So for that reason, just video game wise, I'd want the teams to be in there. Yeah, they did. Yep. I was interested to see what they would do, but honestly, I think it's the right decision. I mean, it's awful, but like the actual players and clubs, I doubt they have anything to do with it. And plus, if they want to replicate real life, the Russian league is going on. I do want to change our training for right now. We probably just want to go match tactics and then a good old team bonding. By the way, whenever I do a team bonding, what I imagine is we all went out for a team dinner. I've noticed that happening a couple times. The games are scheduled in a weird way where when you schedule your personal training, it deletes it, which is pretty frustrating. Let's see if it does it here. Yep. I don't know if that's a database thing. I don't know if that's a database thing that I messed up on. I could schedule it differently, so I could solve it that way. But at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. If you load back in one of the default schedules of the training room, it's not a database thing. I have it. Okay, cool. I don't actually... So you gave me a solution, but I'm not actually sure if I know how to do that. So if you load back in one of the default schedules, the training reappears. So I assume I do that here. I've never actually done that before. Could I do a custom schedule and then load that in? Go to calendar. Okay. And then... Oh, I see. So I can click here. What would I want to do here? Click the little drop down. Yeah, okay. So this is what you mean. I could just click whatever I want. Set piece training probably, right? And then maybe change this to match tactics. Hopefully this wouldn't mess it up. Okay, so I do have to just pick it. Maybe, so here's what I'll do. I will make a custom. I'll just do this. These are my two favorite things to do. And then... Can I save that? Save as... This is cool. I didn't know I could do this. Pre-game dinner is what I'm going to call it. Alright. So that should... Did that actually save? Okay. Let's see if that works. It works. Works well enough for me. I'll do that. Thank you. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you for sharing that with me. I don't know how I played this game for so long and didn't know how to do that, but thank you. Always teaching people. That might be a good video idea for the manager's seat. I don't know. You might have already done it, but you definitely helped me out. Alright, John Sigurd Johnson wants to talk. I feel bad because I honestly want to keep all the real players just for what they've done in real life. But I can't just start handing out all of these players aren't on money. And I'm not gonna start giving money. It's interesting that it was... That's weird. That's weird that it was a problem before, and now it's a problem again. You wouldn't think the same problem would come back, but I also don't design games. I thought about trying to design games for maybe half a day, and then I looked up how to design a game, and that was it. Alright, how do we want to play here? Part of me wants to try Nyangadu again because I signed him, but I think I'm just going to have to accept that he wasn't a good signing. And give Mikkelsen the start. I'm actually going to put Mikkelsen on the right. Frederiksberg. on the left because Fredericksburg is actually pretty good with both feet. He is going down. I must not have his training set. I do have his training set. Why is he doing so poorly? Oh, he's actually not doing bad. I just saw the red arrows going down. He's actually improving, it seems. Thanks for coming in, Llama. I appreciate it. I will hope to see you soon. Hopefully Wednesday. I should be able to get in on stream. And I'll look forward to your Let's Play coming out on Tuesday. Excited to see what it's about. Alright. We are playing Scala, who is up in the league table a bit. They are in third. We should be able to still handle any business, but they are playing the 4-3-3, which the only loss of the season was against a 4-3-3. If they start to do well and start pressuring us, we are going to have to adjust, I think, because I am not willing to lose again. And it looks like we might need to change and kind of match up with what they're doing. I'm not liking how it's going. Let's see what they're trying to play with. The question is, if we can get our attacking mid away from their holding mid and play through him, it's fine. But if we can't do that, then it's not. Simple as that. We're able to find him here, and he's able to slip Gusaius. That's good. Whoo! So we were able to find him, luckily. So that's a positive. If Poulsen can't deal with Cassie, then I think we stay. And just hope that Sar and Bowden can deal with the two attackers. I'm feeling a goal here. Fredericksburg can get it in. He's not able. He doesn't fire it across like I wanted him to be fair. But Bowden on it now. It's a good ball over for Fredericksburg, and we do get a corner out of it. Oh. Can we progress and get a goal here? Kronberg plays it into Mikkelsen. Nah. It's not a bad try. It's just the same thing every game where it takes us a little while to get a goal. Okay, there we go. Vegard Foren with a goal. Now hopefully we can coast to the end. That needs to... Do we only have 28? We have 30, I think, after that goal. There we go. Back to the top of the league. Scala drops down to 4th. Olsen drives inside. Four in here. We're looking good in possession, so that's a positive. It's a good ball to Gosias. Couldn't take advantage, unfortunately. Gosias isn't really having a great game, to be honest. The passing has been good. Mikkelsen driving down the right. Can he get a serve in? A good block from Johansson. Luckily, they can't seem to keep the ball and form a good attack. Hopefully, they don't counter off of that and punish me for what I just said. I would like to get that second goal. That is for sure. Alright. 60 minutes left. It's time to make some changes. De Silva's tired. Wilhelmsen's gonna come on for him. Gosias just hasn't had a great game. Mads is gonna come off. I'm gonna shift Fredericksburg back over and Nyangadu come on. And can we push and get that second goal? Fredericksburg serves in. Nyangadu there. Hopefully Nyangadu can get a goal in this game. He needs another goal. He's gone a couple appearances without doing well. Kasi's tired. I need a backup for him. I might actually let Andreasen play as that 10 for now. No. Jamie's probably a better fit. We do get the goal. I missed it. The sub Klaksvík gets it. So at least we had the extra goal, and Klaksvík seems to do better in the style of how we play, unfortunately for Gosias. It's a good ball from Wilhelmsen. He's just better in the box. And we're quite often in situations where we're crossing in. It's hard because Gosias is probably technically the better player. Stupid foul from Andreasen. And we should be able to end this match here. One more highlight. I wouldn't mind getting another goal. Wilhelmsen on it. He's forced back, which is fine. I wish Foreign would just switch it across at that point. Alright, somebody's got to okay, we're fine. Decent win. I'm pleased with the performance, but we need to move on, not to allow ourselves... What? Why? Why are we mad about what I just said? Okay. Your defensive work today was important in our win. Good job. Why are you unhappy? I don't understand. I don't understand why we're upset with that. These players. The guard Foreign, another goal for him. The league is looking good. The league is looking good. We do have a cup match next. And then we'll probably find out. Oh, Vikinger lost. Oh man. That's a big result for Vestur. They're not even, they're in 7th. Vikinger, what are you doing? Alright. We are traveling away from home. Should I bring anyone up? Calvin Ratzi is back if we want to try and play him. But Pedersen's been doing well. I might let the assistant choose who he thinks is better. They're pretty close. Alright, let's see. I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say more rotation. I think we're okay to treat this and let some of the players that don't get a lot of time play. I'm not too worried about it. If we do lose, that would be extremely embarrassing. But we do have 5 subs as well. They are playing in a 4-4-2, which, if we're going to lose to a system, it's probably a 4-4-2. But they should be good enough. Matras, I didn't even notice. Matras gets the start from my assistant. Gusaias over the ball here. That is a fantastic strike from Gusaias. And we are now 1-0 up already before the 4th minute. Fantastic stuff. What a hit. I want to watch that again. Bam. Fantastic goal. Let's see, what are the other cup games are going on, but for whatever reason they're not showing on the event tab, whatever you want to call it. Don't let them score. Clear, clear, clear. Oh, we weren't able to get to the ball. Okay, I thought potentially be able to break from there. Great. Our best player on the field is off. Cassie is gonna have to come back in, which is fine. They're not doing badly at all. Cock has a yellow card already. Get in, Kletzgard. Get in. We need a second goal. Let's get it. Great goal from Silas Guard. First goal of the season. First time he's got an appearance this season. So Torshavn are winning 3-0. Boltfalag are 0-0 with FC Hoyvik. Vikinger Gotha are losing to Runavik. They are struggling. It's like ever since we beat them, or even the match day before we played them, they were on top of everyone. That's a penalty. Good. A chance to go 3-0. You can't be mad about that. Who's taking this? Jamie Bowden, the Englishman, signed before the season began. With a great penalty, to be honest. And he makes it 3-0. I am going to praise the guys. They've still technically have more shots than us, but we are, luckily, we've shown up to score goals. So for every single shot we've had, we have a goal, which is what you want. That's what you want. We could get another one here potentially. Bowden, if he can find a ball. He does end up going out to Wilhelmsen. It's a decent cross. Keeper had enough time to come out to it. Wilhelmsen here, plays to Freuza. Freuza hoofs it. Klaksvík not able to win. Clayton Suarez. It's a little bit messy. Muhammad able to get a goal there. Unfortunate. It makes me question a little bit if I need to change anything. I think right now we're fine. We're dominating possession-wise. We'll get another few chances. If they score here, then I'll panic. As long as they don't score here, we're fine. Oh, Liderson, good. All right. That was amazing. What a hit from guard. Silas Guard with 2 goals on the night. A wonder goal to give us the 3-goal advantage yet again. Freud's on it now. Out to Wilhelmsen. Wilhelmsen slips it to Johansson, blah. Klaksvík heads over at the end of it, though. Wilhelmsen with another serve. Nyangadu. Great goal. 5-1 now. Alright. Well, this game's pretty much done. Gonna let these guys play out the match. Maybe I'll get Nyangadu, Bowden, Kronberg at the 60th minute. But the rest of the guys who don't play a lot are gonna finish this match. Guards driving in again, and another goal for Nyangadu. I might have to leave Nyangadu on. He's having a good game. I swear, I don't think he can score 1 goal. It has to be 0, or it has to be like 2 or 3. He can't go into a game and score 1 goal. Kasi comes close. Hopefully the Gasias injury isn't too harsh. What did he actually come up for? Upper body injury. Hopefully it's not a broken arm. Kronberg. I'll put Danielson on for him. Is he in my second team? Because he needs to be in my first team. Okay, he is in my first team. He just doesn't play over Kronberg. Let's see. Bowden's tired. We'll get Sar back on for him. Anyone else that I should take? Freud is tired, but I think I'm just gonna do those 2 subs for now. We should be able to finish strong here. They don't like it when I say encourage. I keep forgetting that. Everyone's still pretty fit. Cassie's the one that's struggling. Nyangadu's struggling, but he's on 2, right? Yeah, I made that whole joke about him being on 2, so I'm not gonna take him off. Danielson on the ball. That's a great ball to guard, and he doesn't slip the player that I wanted him to. But at the end of the day, it's okay. It's back with Danielson. Good ball forward. Awesome. Hey, man. Thank you for subscribing if you're still here. Still yet. All right. Nyangadu. All right. Slip. Okay. Able to play out of the... it's a poor giveaway, but it's okay. Just don't score, don't score, don't score. That was very close. Wow. Who's still playing? Potlefeg is up. Vikinger is getting smashed by Runevic. That is pretty bad for them. Klaksvík is going to be able to get onto this. Cassie's really tired. I partially don't want to sub him just because he was already subbed on, but it sucks that he had to play almost the entire game. Wilhelmsen. Nyangadu almost got the third. What a game from Silas Guard, by the way. Probably not going to be able to afford to keep him, unfortunately. Cock is here. And the final whistle is blown. Nice work. John Johansson does not like what I said for no reason. My team set a new division record for most goals scored in a season. Wow. We're not even close. We're not even close to the season being over. So that's pretty intense. Sive is out for 4 weeks, which that stinks, because that means we might be without him depending on when we play Champions League. We do have a big match against Havnar Botlafeg. Lewis Hilton from the Tampa Bay Rowdies, playing for the American side. He's been in the United States for quite a while, actually. His entire career. He's still playing. Lewis Hilton. We think you're good. He wants between 30K and 325K. Yeah, that's not even close to possible. I don't even know why they offered that. I don't have a transfer. I don't have any transfer funds. We might get liquidated. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can do well enough in the... Actually, how much money do you get? Because if it's not a lot... How do I look this up? Champions... UEFA Champions League. I should be able to see. So we should be in the Champions path. Yeah, you get good money. Will we be in the preliminary round? I don't actually know. I don't know what round we'll start in. Hopefully, honestly, part of me wants to be in the preliminary round. Get as much money as possible. But then I know we have to go a long way to end up in a group stage. So I'm a little torn on that. Alright. This is a very big game. Alright, so really, I think at this point, this is the league done. If we get this win. Nordics League Cup is drawing to an end. Let's see who wins here. Fredericia gets over Copenhagen. Are they? They're in the second division. So they have knocked out Copenhagen. Göteborg gets through over Eskilstuna. Viborg is through over Randers. Alright, who else is playing today? Viking Gota is playing as well. They're still down in 7th. They'll probably get the result that they need today, but that's fine. Alright. We're going to go ahead and progress to our match. We're doing well. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I trust you can make the difference. And we are off against Havnar Boltfelag. It's a pretty good chance and a good hit from Berger. Oh no. Woo, that was a close call. Foreign's gonna get back to it. We're fine, we're fine. Alright. Viking Gota has gone ahead over TB. Fredericksburg with the hit, and it goes off the wall. Similarly to having HB. I'm just going to call him HB. HB's chance. It's a good serve to Sar, and it's a header in. Sar is able to connect well. It's a strong header to score and put us in the lead. They have a player named Chuck Woody. I love that name. Faroe East, 19 years old. Yes, I did offer a trial. Alright. 15 minutes in. Runevik is beating B68. Viking Gota has gone 2-0 up. I would like to get the second goal. We always love getting the second goal in the first half. Good ball up to Nyangadu. Able to keep the ball pretty well. I would love for us to switch fields at some point. Can we switch it? There we go. Oh. It's not a bad chance here. All right. I am gonna have to think of a plan for Kasi. I think Nyangadu Nyangadu might come underneath the striker, take Mikkelsen and put him where Nyangadu is, and then bring on a striker for Kasi. This is unfortunate. Kronberg is going to get a yellow, and they are going to have a penalty. Ratzi is back in goal. He went the right way, which is unfortunate. Now it's really important to get the second goal for both of these teams. Kronberg on the yellow makes me a little hesitant to keep him on the field. Nyangadu here is going to play it out to Kronberg. Kronberg, can you make up for the foul? It doesn't look like it. Sar is able to play it through to Cassie. I just thought that was a bad shot. Luckily for us, we do get the chance from the corner. We did score our goal from the corner earlier in the match. And we're not able to do anything with it here, but we are able to recycle possession. Sar serves in. No one's there. Andreasen. Not super happy with this. We need to get a goal. I don't want this to be our banana pill. Or banana pill. What do you even call it? Banana skin. Because then all of a sudden, Bolteflag doesn't lose. And we drop some points. And all of a sudden it's close at the end of the season, and I don't want it to be. Okay, they like it when I demand more if we're down. Alright, I think we are going to have to unfortunately take Kasi off. He's just too tired. We're going to make the changes that I said I would make. And then hopefully Klaksvík can get us a goal. That was very, very weird. Oh, it's because it's an own goal. It's an own goal, but it went in off the post. So it bounces off the post, then hits the keeper, and then goes in, I guess. It just looked a little weird. And 15, well, a little more than 15 minutes left. 2-1. Probably want to make another couple of subs. Andreasen, you're going to stay on. Sar's going to make way for Jamie. Patrick De Silva's tired. Wilhelmsen's going to come on for him. Klaksvík almost put us 3-1 up. Kronberg to Bowden, over to Andreasen. Wilhelmsen's in. It's potentially a good ball to... Wow. It is a good ball to Klaksvík. Actually, I'd argue it's not actually a good ball, but Klaksvík just does well to get to it and put it where he wants it. I actually want to see that again. I don't know why I skipped through the replay. It's great from Klaksvík to get to that, to be honest. I can't tell if it was bad from the keeper or not, to be honest with you. All right. Nyangadu here. Plays it to Andreasen. Mikkelsen's here. He drives in, cuts to the other side. It's a great chance for Klaksvík. And unfortunately, I do think that is going to be it for HB. We will take the 3 points. You love to see it. All right. Nope. Kronberg here. It should be game over any second now, if the ref will just end the match. Mikkelsen drives forward here. We might get one more shot at goal. Nope, he ends it there. I don't know what the point of having us build out was. I have to be very careful not to make anyone mad here. Alright. And they technically have a game in hand, but we are, even if they get the win in that next game, we're 7 points ahead. So they did reject our offer for Chukwudi. We've won 5 straight. Oh, this is a scary, scary, scary screen. I do not like it. I don't... We are gonna have to hope we do well in the Champions League. Cause, man, it's not going super well financially. Alright, we're gonna let the assistant take over the rowing game. Or at least the lineup. Alright, let's see. I think I might play one more match and be done. So this is the team that the assistant wants to put out, and guard actually features in it after doing really well in the other match. I don't understand why anyone's complacent. I guess because we got 5 wins in a row. Back at home against Royan. We should be able to take care of business here. Looks like guard might have a chance here. That is a fantastic goal from Silas Guard. It hasn't even been a minute, and the youngster has another goal. At this point, I might have to sign him to extra time. Problem is I don't know if he'll take it. Alright, Klaksvík drives forward with it. Can he get it? Oh, that's definitely a bad foul. Hopefully, Klaksvík is not injured. Alright. Forward to De Silva. So far, so good. I do want to see. We just have so much possession, but they're not able to... I was going to say they haven't really been able to progress with the ball, but we are caught out here, which I'm a little stressed about. Cock was able to intercept there. Randrup on it. He gets a shot off, and that is a great goal. What is up, Alex? Welcome back in. It's going decently well. We scored in the first minute, and then they just equalized, unfortunately, with their practically first chance. But league table wise, if I show you, we are pretty comfortably on top of the league. Hopefully we should be able to get a... I was going to say, hopefully we should be able to still get a win here. Royne's not exactly doing too great. They're not doing terribly. How are you doing? How was your Sunday? Alright. 15 minutes in and we've already seen 3 goals in this match. It's a Faroe Islands classic. Just had a chill day. Do you play any FM? I had a pretty chill day as well. My in-laws live right down the street, so we went to lunch, and that's basically all I did. And it is raining in Klaksvík, by the way, which, funnily enough, is pretty accurate, apparently. Lukasi with a good ball behind for Kletsgaard. Great goal. I had Kletsgaard in my my second team from pretty much the whole first half of the save, which is unfortunate because I probably should have had him in the match against FH in the Nordics League Cup, where we struggled to have a goal. I could have put him on and potentially gotten that goal. Doing the save with a team you support in Scotland. Okay. I want to go to Scotland so bad. My parents went this past year. I think I'm actually going to potentially do a save in Scotland this year. If not this year, I'm going to do it next year. What team do you support? Yeah, that would be cool. The Faroe database is fun. Starting as Klaksvík is a bit strange for me, just because I'm used to starting with a lower division, or a team that is worse off in the division, but I immediately started with one of the best teams. Or the best team. Hibernian, cool. That's Edinburgh, right? Because that's where I want to go, to Edinburgh. Cool. Yeah, I was looking at trips the other day. As of right now, financially, no way would I be able to randomly go, but I'm hoping one day I may or may not be switching careers, and may or may not be taking a job that makes a bit more money. And that is the first thing I'm going to be saving money to, is a trip, I think. Yeah, my parents went last year and absolutely loved it. How's the save going? I don't know if you said that already. Yeah. Ooh. Baldwin is able to win the ball, but not able to get it. In third season in Europa League. Nice! Europa League semis. You think you'll win it? Who are you up against? Yeah, I'm really hoping that I can qualify for a group stage in this save, because financially we're kind of screwed. I think I think partially it would have been easier in some ways to start with a different team. because financially this team is expensive for this division. Luckily, we do get some sponsorship money, but I'm way over my wage budget. But I was pretty much at the wage budget before I even started signing players. We're already 5-1 up in this game. Part of me just wants to simulate through the rest of it, but in fact, I might just do that. But then I actually like to manage my games, so I'm torn. I'll just switch it to key. I think that's the only negative of this save so far, is just starting with such a good team, is I'm just coasting through the league at this point. I'm lucky to be right. You're going up against Benfica. Yes, the exciting part will be Europe. I do think the board actually expects us to get to a group stage. And I don't actually know where we start. I can check that out right now, actually. If I go to the Europe qualification places, we will start in the, where are we? So yeah, we do have a couple of rounds to get through. But hopefully, I can't remember exactly how it works. If we can get through the first 2 rounds or so, we should hopefully be able to be contenders to get into that at least Conference League group stage. Though getting scored on twice against a Faroe Islands club would not point towards that. Yeah, I think I'm really going to have to go. I need to find a senior affiliate. In fact, I need to do that while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I might get in trouble for what I've done with the payroll budget. But at the end of the day, that's not a huge deal, because if I absolutely need to move on players, I can. I'm probably going to have to cancel the loans that I've made, which stinks. But at the end of the day, as long as I can solidify myself in the Faroe Islands League and start making some signings, really I just need a signing that I make go for some good, decent money. I should be able to find one at some point. If not, they might already be in the team, to be fair. I have a few players that I could see move on back to some other European countries. But I did a save in Wales like this before, and it's just a process. Luckily, I'm skipping by starting with the top team and going ahead to get Champions League money, because you get decent money for the qualifying rounds. I looked it up. You get like 100,000 for just appearing. So if you get a win, I can pretty much pay for the payroll with one game. This song is a little bit too intense for my liking. I might switch it back to some lo-fi instead. It's 6-3 now. So we have decided that we don't want to defend. Yeah. Once you make it into Europe, that's pretty much your catalyst. The biggest catalyst you need. I just have to be smart with signings, which I haven't. I've improved the team. I've improved the team for sure, but I haven't been like extremely smart about who I'm signing, if that makes sense. Like, for example, I actually have a Scottish player coming in, end of contract. He's 29 years old, so I probably won't sell him. He actually played in the Premiership, so I was like, well, hopefully if we get through the first and second qualifying round, he'd be available to play in the third and fourth qualifying round. I forget the name right now, but that's not exactly the right kind of signing you want to make if you're focusing on making money and turning it around. But this is an insane game. They're playing a 3-4-3, so they're absolutely open at the back, but they're also destroying us at the same time. Fredericksburg has had a terrible game coming on. Klaksvík has 4 goals. Nyangadu is going to come on for Cassie just because Cassie's tired. City Star is on a yellow. Andreessen's going to come on for him. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to finally get to the European games. Good goal from Fredericksburg. That's 8-4. What's the XG here? I want to know the XG. So we have an XG of 3.9, and we've scored 8. They have an XG of 1.1. They have scored 4. That is a bit ridiculous. Alright, I don't want this. Okay. And we scored again. This is insane. I think this is going to be a record. This has got to be a record for the highest scoring game in the Faroe East Division. 13 goals scored. One more and we match the 14-0 France-Gibraltar match. Slip to Nyangadu. Guard came close, but oh well. By the way, Alex, I can't remember if I noticed you said you wanted to do potentially the Faroe Islands afterwards. The database is on Steam now and on my it's on my YouTube channel. There's a video that kind of goes over it. I can't remember if I sent that or not yesterday while you were in. If not, I can give you the link. Okay, cool. So if you already have access to it, then that's good. I just couldn't remember if I had sent it to you yesterday or not. Yeah, hopefully. I actually haven't. I'm interested to see how many people have. I haven't seen how many people have downloaded it. Let's go see right now while the game's running. Not a lot. Yeah, I only have 8 people. But that, some people could have gotten it from MediaFire, so that's just the Steam Workshop. My Super League, I have a Super League database that I make that, I honestly should probably be working on it right now, but that one, I think I've had like 3,000 people download that one previously. So hopefully that one will be a good turnout. I don't really care how many people download it though, to be fair. I honestly just, my biggest hope is that the videos do well, as I am trying to hopefully one day make some side income from YouTube, Twitch. So that had to be, was that not a record? I didn't get a notification that it was a record. Maybe if I continue one more time. Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of crazy because I made the database and then it just kind of sat for a long time, and I made a video on it, and my YouTube channel just sat for a long time, and I actually quit. I quit YouTube, and then they announced the Super League in real life like 3 years ago, and that's when it took off. Like, I had already made a Super League database, and so at least for a little bit, the only thing people could find was the database I made whenever they looked up the European Super League, which everyone was looking it up that day. So that's kind of how that happened. But luckily, it gave me a little spark to the channel. Sometimes it takes a little luck. I'm hoping I can get to 1,000 subscribers pretty soon. This is a big match in the league, by the way. Viking Gotsa versus HB. Hopefully they can take points off of each other. Boom! It's exactly what we wanted. So we are 6 points ahead of Vester, 9 points ahead of Runavik, and Viking Gotsa and HB were who I really thought we would be struggling with this season. We're already 10 points ahead of them. The only disappointing thing is I need them to do well in Europe as well. What time is it? 7:11. Okay. I'm going to keep it on key and hopefully fly through some of these matches. I do want to see... Hopefully, we will get to the Champions League fixture releases. So yeah, June 15th. So we're pretty close to that. See, we have the potential to sign some good players, but a lot of them are too old. If I'm being honest, with like this kind of save. Leon Krekovic looks good, but he's on. They're all making way too much money for me to sign them at this point. So it's gonna. I'm gonna have to focus on signing free transfers for a while. Yeah, my Scotland save, by the way, I want to start with the, I know Mazza, if you've heard of Mazza, he's a Scottish database creator content. I think he used to stream. Honestly, I wasn't much into streaming before he stopped. But anyway, he has, Klaksvík has to start after that game. He has a lower league Scottish database, and I want to do Clydebank. Because my family moved to North Carolina like 14 generations ago, and they moved to Clyde. And they stayed there for 14 generations. Until my grandfather, I think my grandfather's the first one that left and lived somewhere else. So I want to do one with Clydebank, named after the river. Oh, it would have been nice to go ahead of B71 at the beginning of the game. I might actually switch to extended for a little bit. Once we get a goal, I might go back to key. But I do like to kind of get a vibe of how the game's going. Yeah, I definitely, that's part of the reason I wanted to go to Scotland, is just I've never really done a save there, and it's where my family, as far as we can track back, went. It's kind of crazy though. They came from Scotland literally before the United States was a thing, which is kind of crazy. And the only reason I know this is my grandfather passed, and they have all the records still in the town hall from that, from how many people lived there back then, because like half the population was my family. But yeah, it was cool to find that out and see the dates, because it was crazy. My mom's family came from Wales, but we only go as far back as like my great-great-grandfather that we knew. We don't really know anything about where they came from in Wales or anything. To be fair, I'm not entirely sure where my family from the States actually started in Scotland. I just know that they came over in the late 1600s. Whoa, what a goal from Sar. What a fantastic strike. He was one of those players that I picked up. He'd be the most likely to potentially move on somewhere. He's pretty good. He's already 26 is the problem. It's a decent chance Ratzi able to save though. No, I feel like this is a little too slow for my liking. Maybe we go back to some synthwave. Oh, where did you go? Okay, there we go. I lost OBS for a second. Alright. So, what? 10 minutes left in the first half. Anybody extremely tired? Not really. Luckily, I think we're out of the stage where we have two league matches a week, which is great. Because honestly, we don't have a big enough team to really suffer injuries. Luckily, the league isn't too much of a worry at this point, but I would like to have everyone available for the Champions League coming up. That's a red, ref. Get him off. All right. We are, what, 40 minutes out now? And Fredericksburg, oh, close. All right, SAR's on it. Kronberg up to Fredericksburg, over to Kasi. We look like a great team sometimes. I love this setup that I have. Great goal from Kletzgaard. Problem is I don't know if it's actually going to work once we play some Champions League teams. We're used to being able to play on the front foot. And I will probably not want to do that. Hopefully we can go, as long as we can go toe-to-toe with the first two teams we face. I feel like I'm saying we'll automatically get through the first round, which isn't necessarily true. But if we can get through those first two teams, I would think I'd be able to build a team that's good enough to go toe-to-toe with the next year, the third and fourth teams we face. I know it can differ every year, and it just kind of depends on luck, but are you still playing right now? If so, are you in the final yet, or the semis? We're at 78 now. 10 minutes left, and then we can move on. We haven't really done much since the red card. Now that we need to. It's next game. Not yet looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be fun. You might be surprised. You might be able to go toe-to-toe with them. It just takes them missing a few chances, and then you have a good chance. Did you say how the league's going, by the way? I'm assuming that Celtic and Rangers are still causing some problems. Well, you're 3 years in, so maybe you're one of the top teams now. All right, we just won 4-0. I don't know what you said. I think my chat's filtered. But I'm assuming it's not good. Let's... I'm definitely going to praise your performance. It's a link, huh? I guess I have it set that for a picture of the table. Okay. Honestly, I don't know. I guess that's a setting I can change in Twitch. I'm not a very, this is like my 5th stream overall and my 2nd stream. You caught my 1st stream back on Twitch in like 3 years, or since the summer at least. Yesterday. So I don't know how to change that. But cool, at least you're in 2nd. That's a Champions League qualifying spot, right? If you can hold it. At least the knockouts, right? Or, not knockouts. Qualifying rounds. I lied about being done with the 2 games a week schedule. We do have 3 matches before we would find out our Champions League fate. My scouts have found absolutely no one to come in for any of the positions that I suggested they look for. Alright. Is my stream messing up on your end? It's giving me an alert, but it doesn't seem to be actually having any problems. Oh man, contracts. This is going to be the hard thing to deal with. A lot of my players are looking like they don't want to renew. Like, Kasi doesn't want to. Gusaias doesn't want to, which isn't, like, terrible. Mads Mikkelsen, they think we should go ahead and offer. What's he on? He's on 37. Let's see if we can get him on less. I don't like making any promises. So he's not on less. But I'd want to keep him. I think out of everyone else, he's who I'd want to keep. It says Johansson's not good enough. I like that potential though, and he's played well when he's played, but they're probably right. As soon as I bring in another center mid, he rotates in now. As soon as I bring in another center mid, he would be out. Alright, so we have our final of the Nordic Leagues Cup set. I can't actually see it, but Viborg gets through. Alright. FC Hoyvik's the next match. So I really need to find a replacement for Kasi. Maybe a cheaper one. Thanks for letting me know about the stream, by the way. Yeah, that was weird. It basically popped up with an alert and said that I was like over overdoing the I don't even know, the internet, I guess. They are terrible. They're in 12th. Okay, they're not doing as bad as I thought, but I don't think they have a win in the last 5 games. So of course they'll show up and beat us. So while I'm thinking about it, actually, I think what makes sense. What a goal from Mikkelsen. Glad I offered him a contract. I probably realistically need to retrain someone to play as that center mid, or center attacking mid. So I think Jamie Bowden. Let's see, actually. Let's see what he could do. He sometimes seems to struggle a bit in the holding mid. He's got good vision. I think it makes sense to retrain him for that spot, and then he can be my backup for that position. And then if I absolutely need to, I can go out and find somebody to be depth for Bowden. Fredericksburg over the ball here. I have a feeling he's going to slam it in. Oh, close. I do want to get to these. I want to get to the Champions League. Draw as fast as I can, so I'm going to leave it on key. I'm sure you don't mind. I should probably just play on key anyway to save time overall. Oh, how does Mikkelsen not score there? That's a foul, ref. Katsi's here. You know what I didn't even think about? I've kind of forgotten about the youth. Hopefully we'll have some good youth signings come in. And then, realistically, if I have a youth signing come in that I can pay not a lot of money to, who's on a relative level to somebody in the first team, I might have to try and move them on just to get that extra salary back. Which that'll be a fun little challenge. Andreasen out to Kronberg. Kronberg with the serve to Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen unable to connect. Alright. We're looking good against their system. The wingers are almost playing too high, in my opinion. They were able to drop back and win it there. That's a good ball. I shouldn't have been talking. Oh, no. This is how Football Manager works every time. Every time. He's 15, worth 12 million. That's awesome. Oh, is he Scottish as well? You gotta get him to convert to being English so you can sell him for 50 instead. The prices of some of these English players in this game are kind of funny. Nice. I would love to get a guy worth 12 million. I don't even know if I'd let him play. I'd just sign him and then try and sell him immediately. That is a great goal from Mikkelsen. So I'm definitely glad I offered him a contract because he can play as the striker as well as on the left and on the right. Ooh. He's actually wanted by quite a few clubs. That stinks. I should have offered a contract earlier. Because they want him. And offered him an end of contract. That stinks. I'm about to lose him. Yeah, the English tax. Dang, I'm really disappointed. I think I'm gonna lose him for free, which is even worse. I just didn't even think about checking the contracts until they came up. That is a rookie mistake. I really haven't done a good job in terms of building the team. Like I said, they've gotten better, but I've made some stupid mistakes. Luckily, it doesn't matter too much. You have to mess up pretty badly for it to really cause the save problems. Yeah. Problem is I should already know better. I've been playing this game too long. I'm honestly just used to playing as the big teams, which you do not have to think as hard when you're playing as the big teams. He looked off sides to me. Okay. That was a little scary. Yeah, when you're playing as the big teams, you don't really need to worry about... let's see, the last time I did a lower league save was 2 years ago. I didn't really do a long-term save last year. So I'm just a little rusty in what I have to remember to do. Neon Gadu, come on, mate. Silas Guard is coming on after that. This guy scored a fantastic goal earlier. He's like a 1-star rated kid, but he is pretty good. At least he's been playing well. If you look at his profile, he doesn't look good, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Just Silva plays it forward to him. Guard with the serve. Can he get it? He gets an assist. 1-star guard. Doesn't matter. My shoe is like annoying me. Sorry. But here he is again. Every time he's played, he's either scored or gotten an assist. Ooh, good hit from Fredericksburg. Alright, we are now we're still 6 points ahead of Vestor. Now we're 12 points ahead of HB. It's looking like the league is going to be ours. I think we're almost at the halfway point. After next match, we'll be at the halfway point officially. Hey, you could always do a, you know what would be fun? I don't know if there's a lower league Iceland database. I don't know how low they go. That might actually be a fun one to do, but you could do like a journeyman and start with either the Icelandic lower league or the Faroe League and just see who hires you. And then if you have this database loaded, you'd have the extra cup competition for either country. We actually played an Iceland. I can't remember if you were in stream at this point, but we played an Icelandic team yesterday in the cup. Look at those finances; they're awful. We really need to make a group stage. And then I need to probably get rid of players, which stinks. but I think it's going to happen. Honestly, that's actually a cool thing that I think Football Manager is basically going to sell off players for me. And then I have to kind of deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, I love a good journeyman too. I think I want to do one. I don't have enough time to play this. I wish I could play more. I have so many ideas for saves I want to do. Philo Indai. He's only on 34,000. Do I sign him even though... I won't be able to get him, actually. Only on loan. Yeah, I love a good journeyman, but I want to do a journeyman as well this year. I don't know if it's possible. That's the thing, is I have this save, and this save could last me all year. But I have a YouTube save I want to do with the other database. Let's see, Nyangadu is going to start over guard. I'd have to say, though, guard's gone up in what they think how good he is. Can I auto-fit these? That didn't work how I wanted it to. Where's guard? He's on an 8.7. He's the highest rated player in terms of performance, which is pretty wild. He's played 3 games too. It's not like he hasn't played a lot. The game just doesn't like how he's rated, but he's playing well. Nyangadu, I'm actually going to give Kasi a break. Play guard on the left, play Nyangadu down the middle. I will say, before you start the Faroe Islands, I actually want to take a quick look. I know that I'm part of the problem, but I might need to update the prize money for the clubs if they're all in the red, because we are badly in the red. Nope, I think it's definitely a me problem. Wow. Viking or Gotha. Their budget's really low. Oh, no. Their budget's way higher than ours, I think. I don't really know what to think. I think it's... I mean, some teams are in the red, but they're not very far in the red, and some teams aren't in the red at all. HB is really bad off, but their payroll is massive. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's definitely manageable. So I probably won't change the finances. I think it's about as... they probably make a little more in real life, but I don't know. It'll definitely be more of a challenge to manage your finances in the Faroe Islands as compared to Iceland. In a weird way, though, if you start at the small team, it might actually be easier, because you can... I have to go through a phase where I'm getting rid of players that I'm not going to be able to move on for a lot of money, and then try to replace it after being in the hole. Whereas if you start with a team that doesn't have that phase you have to go through, you can practically immediately start trying to bring in players that you can sell on for a profit, as long as you're actually, you know, making money. Great goal from Mikkelsen. I didn't even realize I got a red card. And Gusaias is back into the lineup as well. I didn't even notice. I've just kind of been clicking through. Bad habit. Another goal. He was offsides, though. That's okay. Actually, I want to see how many clubs are in Iceland. Because a lower league Iceland database might make sense to make. Because my Faroe Islands one has gotten quite a bit of attention. I'm looking at the Faroe Islands and not Iceland. How do I get to Iceland? Okay. Let's go to Icelandic clubs and see how many they have. There should be a way. There we go. They definitely have... Yeah, they definitely have quite a few teams. They have quite a few divisions as well. That's actually already set, so it might only take a little bit of work to activate it. I might be able to do that for you if you want it. It'd probably take me a little while to do it just because I'm doing my other... I want to focus and get that Super Leagues database out, because that Super Leagues database is going to be my biggest database that I've ever done. You've got to be kidding me. 10-man TB, sitting in 12th, able to equalize. Oh my gosh, come on. Nothing's gonna come of it. Nyangadu able to play Gosias. Sar over to Mikkelsen. I'm feeling like we might get a chance out of this. Latif, maybe serve? Maybe? No. He should have just served instead of trying to drive inside. Don't really know why we did that. Luckily, we've got our two center backs. Nyangadu, that's a great hit. He's offsides. Come on. We are on the counter here. Potentially Latif can find someone. Guard here. Guard, unfortunately, after all the praise I gave him, has had a pretty poor game. Do not let him shoot. Do not let him shoot. Do not let him shoot. No way. Unbelievable. How is this possible? We are down to 10-man TB. That is pretty awful. We're giving it away again. What are we doing? This is shameful. What do we do here? Other than demand more. They better score before you go in. Close. I cannot believe that. Come on. $30 minutes left and we're still down. All right, I'm gonna have to mass replace because this has not been good enough. Bowden is going to go ahead up top underneath the striker. Andreassen's going to come in. Guard hasn't been good enough, so we are going to have to put on Frederiksberg. I'm going to leave Mikkelsen on a good size. I'm going to take you off, put Klaksvík on. City Star is really tired. Okay, so I'm going to switch Cassie and Bowden, actually. Alright, we should be able to get at least a point. I mean, this is so silly that we are playing this poorly. Now that I've subbed him off, Guard's going to score, of course. I'm not going to change my subs, though. 2-2 is not good enough. Cassie's so tired. If they get another goal, I might lose my mind. They have two shots on target. 2. Able to find Klaksvík, Frederiksberg. Is Luke Cassie hurt now? You've got to be kidding me. We have the lead, but Cassie's hurt. I do not want to lose Cassie before the Champions League. Can you take him off, actually? This might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere you can take them off. I don't know how to do it. Probably doesn't make sense to. Just leave him on. It's only 10 minutes. Actually, do I have another sub? I actually do have a 5th sub. Would I do that, though? Does it make sense to do that? I'm gonna do it. I don't want him to get majorly hurt. I'd rather him be slightly upset with me. Why would you prefer to stay on the bench if you're a player? Like, if you'd prefer to be on the bench, quit the game. It's a good tackle. Don't let him in, don't let him in, don't let him in. Whee! Alright. Frederiksberg here. Good. So now all of a sudden it's 5-2. And the scoreline doesn't show how poor we were. But I can't get mad at the players now. Even though in real life, I'd probably walk in there and be pretty upset. I mean, not even in a bad way. Like, I don't know. In real life, I'd probably just say something along the lines of, good job in the second half, but you're lucky that you didn't give the game away in the first. Alright. One more. Oh, we have some time off, actually. So that's nice. We are going back to one game. And we are going to just have our guys relax. And then we will get to see who we will play in the first qualifying round. Alright, Vikinger Gota extends Klein's contract. I don't know why I care about that. Are they just rubbing it in my face that I don't have the money to give contracts out to my players? We are traveling away to Runavik. Mads Mikkelsen. We've kept him. Luckily, I don't think that anybody actually came in and ended up offering him any actual. Andre Ayew is on the list. My scout has brought Andre Ayew to my attention. What would he want? Let's see what he wants. Yeah, no. That's so funny though. Like, realistically, we think you can sign this guy. His salary is worth more than our entire budget. For 1 year. Alright. Part of me just wants to simulate this match so I can go ahead and get to June 15th. Alright, this is actually a pretty big game. I guess not in the context of the season at this point, but one of the better teams in terms of how they started. They're now in 4th. De Silva already has a yellow. What in the world? It's nice that all our players are fresh. Kasi here. What a hit from Kasi. It is going to stink having to replace him. He's been great. All right. 30 minutes till half. 1-0. Fredericksburg, Lucasi. De Silva's going to drive forward here. Can he get a cross? He does get a cross off. Gusaias is there at the back post. Good save. Andreasen, another good save from Johnson. Or I guess it's Jonsson. Come on. Feels like we have so many highlights right now that we're not even on key. Overall, very much in control. But at the same time, they're getting chances. So they must just be sitting in and then countering. Luckily here it looks like we might get a goal. Oh. Good chance for Mikkelsen there. Mikkelsen hasn't had a good game. Comparatively. Alright. We would love a second goal, but not from Runavik. One half left. Don't drop points. Need to keep an eye on Cassie, make sure he's not getting super tired. He is already at half a heart. I don't know why I praise them, but they seem to be happy about that, actually. So, not the end of the world. So, downloaded your device, start the same in June 20. Let's see. Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you have more than, are you just going to do Iceland, Faroe Islands, or would you accept in Sweden and Norway as well? I guess Finland and Denmark are also the other countries that are in that, the Nordic countries. Yeah, that sounds like a fun save, honestly. I've done a journeyman and did, I think it was in Norwegian 4th Division, and it was actually pretty fun. Yeah, Scandinavian journeyman is awesome. Plus, you'll have that added Champions League style tournament. Was that off? Okay, it was offsides, luckily for us. I am going to take Osias off. Mads Mikkelsen had a bad game. Could try and win the top league in every Scandinavian. Yeah, that would be a good one. Scandinavian Glory Hunter. I think someone's done it. I think it was. It might have been FM Llama, who was actually in the. He was in the chat before you got here, actually. If you know FM Llama. He actually did a video on one of my databases last year, and he's kind of supported me. So, really awesome to get to hear from him. Yeah, try the Scandinavian Glory Hunter for sure. Yeah, I think my save ends. I think my save is going to end if I can get a European Cup, depending on how long that takes. But I'd much rather try and win the Champions League. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me. You got your first interview, alright. Who's it with? I hope it's the Faroe Islands team. Yeah, so that's who I'm playing right now. They look like a pretty good team. Well, what I mean is I like how they look, the yellow and the black. And then their team to be fair isn't doing poorly at all. They're actually from the, I think they're in real life in the 2nd division, so they are 9th, 18 games in. Okay. So not as good of a start, but not terrible. Frederick's. Oh. So since you're starting mid-season, they want you won't be able to be in the Nordic Leagues Cup until the next season, but that's okay. Part of me wishes I had started mid-season, to be honest. But I wanted to at least try and get a little bit far in the Nordic Leagues Cup, even though that fell apart. Is Klaksvík in first? Probably not as far in first as I am. I would hope. If they're somehow doing better than me, I might retire. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that was stupid. I'm just gonna continue. That was dumb. I'm gonna get in trouble with them again because I messed up on the team talk. Oh, they're gonna be mad at me. Why is that what I click on? Okay, no one's come to me, luckily. What are we looking at? Okay, our dynamics are good. Players are currently less than impressed. That's not good, leadership support-wise. I've never actually lost the dressing room in a save. Alright, I'm gonna see if they'll let me take a manager's course, because that team... That just made me think of it. Alright, we should be finding out soon. Oh, we have the final between Göteborg and... Who was it? I forgot we had Haller Hansen. He hasn't been able to play all season. But he'll be a good center mid as well. So they did let me get my C license, which is nice. Klaksvík in third. What are they doing? So Göteborg wins the first ever Nordic Leagues Cup in my save. I would love to make it later on in the rounds. I wouldn't be in debt if I'd made it further. That's not entirely true. I would have definitely still been in debt. We don't have a game for quite a while. Yep, Swedish. I simulated through yesterday, and a Danish team won that simulation. But it was actually a crazy final. Malmo and Nordsjælland were in the final, and Malmo went ahead 1-0. Then Nordsjælland picked up a red card, so they went down to 10 men. Then they scored in the 88th minute to take it to extra time. Then they scored in the 114th to win 2-1 with 10 men. Pretty nuts. Yeah, Vikinger in B36. I wonder where HB's probably close. I was assuming that was how this was gonna go, but Vikinger is down in 5th. Alright, so we do enter in the first qualifying round. So we actually start. Have you got the stadiums background pack? Because some of the Faroe teams have some very nice stadiums background. I do not. I don't think my skin has that. If I click on a club. No, see, I guess it would go here. I should get a stadium pack. I haven't even thought about that. Interestingly, an Icelandic club has to play in the preliminary round, but they must be... I don't know. So we'll be in the... When did they say we would join? We join in the first qualifying round. So how much will we get for the first qualifying round, and when is it drawn? It's going to be drawn on 6/21. We don't have a game before 6/21. So we are going to progress and see how that goes. I have this... So I have the SAS skin right now. I just don't have... I guess I don't have the... This is the SAS skin, right? Oh, I'm on Tato, not SAS. Okay, I played with the SAS one before. Yeah, I'll have to look at it again. I do like the Tato skin a lot. I just like the look of this one. Though I will agree that SAS has more options, because I know they have that extra... The extra, I don't know what to call it. Basically, bookmarking mechanism in it. That I really do like the idea of that. Alright. I would like to see who we will get in the Champions League, and then I will probably get off, to be honest with you. It's pretty late where you are. It has to be. But it's getting decently late here, and I have work tomorrow. Yeah, 1 a.m. I'm assuming you don't have work tomorrow. I'm jealous. I'm hoping it'll actually come up with a, like, draw that we can watch. Did I misread when it was going to be drawn? No, it's going to be drawn on 6/21. Well, we're on 6/21. Here we go. Okay, they were right. We get to find out. So 32 or 33 teams are going into the hat for the 15 matches to be drawn. Oh, man. Fern Rosie, I don't know how to say it. Ludogorets. Trepine. We've not been seeded. I don't really know what that means, to be honest with you. I don't know if you can hear the music, but I can. Alright. So, seeded teams. Oh, no. We're going to have a hard draw. Dang, dude. Okay. Oh, wait. I wanted to... Okay. Don't be me. Okay. Who would we actually want out of these teams? Gibraltar, maybe? We already figured out who we have. Okay, well, let's go ahead and advance to the end. We have drawn Zrinski Mostar. Okay. I don't know anything about them. They're not loaded into the actual game. They've got a decent amount of money. It is two-legged, at least. I kind of forgot that it was two legs, so that's good. I already did that. Okay. Zrinski Mostar, KI Klaksvík will play Karabag or Faroe Islands. Blah, blah, blah. Can't talk. Yeah, attention was high. And then we got selected second. Oh, well. I would like to... I don't know if there's a way to even see who would be the favorite. But those games are coming up pretty fast already. I'll probably get into them on the next stream. Anyway, thanks for coming in. I'm actually gonna practice how to raid because I didn't know how to do it yesterday. So I think I do /raid, and then we're gonna see who's live. So I need to go to Twitch. I don't know where my Twitch is, to be honest. Who's on Twitch? Size on. Dill 40k is on. Let's go to Psy. Why not? Does that work? How does that work? Alright, we're just gonna try this and see if it works, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. It did work. I will see you over with Psy. Thanks for coming in, Alex. We will see you soon.